Yeah, I think Twitter needs a brand name, someone with social media background, called of that disciple of a Sheryl Sandberg or a Meyer from Yahoo, someone that has, I think, validation within Silicon Valley, and it's one that could ultimately start to right this ship forward because this is going to be an Everest like uphill battle to turn this around. And I think Musk ultimately has actually just created more issues since he took over. And I think there's a few individuals he'll probably seek out as CEO. Yeah, I think Musk's biggest problem is a lot of times he speaks before he thinks through it. And I think with the poll, it's really systematic of what we've seen since he took over Twitter, in late October, which has really been a twilight zone from some of the freedom of speech issues with journalists to the verification subscription service. And ultimately, advertisers have run for the hills. And that's more reading for Musk, which he needs to fund. And I think he's looking for some way to get out of this quicksand situation that he ultimately created. It's been a black eye for Musk, a black eye for Tesla, and the Twitter situation's been a train wreck. And I think the poll just is further validation of what he needs to do, and that's no longer being CEO of Twitter. I think there's a fork in the road situation for Twitter. It either turns around, and this is just a dark chapter to what could be a significant turnaround down the road, or does it become a MySpace AOL? I think those are really the concerns here because it's about monetization, but this will go down. That $44 billion deal. It's probably the most overpaid tech transaction in history. Look, our view of Tesla fundamentally is that they're leading electric vehicles. It's the biggest transformation to the auto industry since 1950. So the long-term view on Tesla is why we're bullish. The problem's been the near term, 70, 80% of the sell-off is Musk Twitter inflicted. It's been a fiasco, and the stock will really not work in the near term until this dark overhang clears for Twitter.